Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakadash. As always, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and have taught me this truth and lead the flock by example. Honors to them, and a shalom to the elect in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And I want to do a lesson, on Jacob's trouble, man. And pretty much, Jacob's trouble is a time that we are entering into. It's not something that's already passed, man. Now, there's been many times throughout history. And by the way, Jacob is the forefather. The forefather, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Whose Jacob's name was changed to Israel. That's the forefather of the Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And anyone else that descends back to that lineage, man. All right, we're the sons of Israel. So when it says Jacob's trouble is also going to be trouble for Esau, because his kingdom is going to get messed up and ultimately destroyed, man, because as it is written, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. In order for our kingdom to be established in righteousness, first this kingdom needs to be destroyed. So Jacob's trouble, is talking about that end time, man. And I'm going to get some precepts and go into it, Lord willing. How we are entering into that time. And ultimately in Jacob's trouble, you're going to have what? You're going to have the destruction. The main destruction being over there in the land of America, which is Babylon. And the salvation, man. The salvation of the elect. Which the vast majority of the elect are over there in America. And also scattered around the world. So this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it." So it's going to be such a great day that none is going to be like it. You ain't going to be able to compare anything to it, man. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Now, the he that is talking about there is the elect. The elect of the nation of Israel are going to be saved out of this coming time, man. From this coming destruction, because it's going to be such a catastrophic, such a heavy destruction. There's going to be so much calamities coming upon the earth. There's going to be a time like never before, as it said. Now, I've got a precept in Daniel's. I'm going to come back to this quickly, just to solidify the point. This is in Daniel's 12:1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up," which Michael is one of the archangels, "the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble." And Michael, he is as like the Most High, he is as the power, and what the Lord is a man of war. So, the Lord's bringing Michael the archangel with him, man, as it is written in Revelation, the 19th chapter, in righteousness he doth judge and make war. That's what the Lord's bringing upon this kingdom. It says, "And there shall be a time of trouble." What's that talking about? That time of trouble it's talking about in Daniel's 12:1 is the same trouble that it's talking about in Jeremiah the 30th chapter and the 7th verse, Jacob's trouble. "And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book." Now, we haven't been delivered as a people, from our captivity. And the ones that are going to get that deliverance are those elected for salvation, the elect of the nation of Israel, which we hope that we are of that number. It says, everyone that shall be found written in the book. The book of life, man. So that deliverance hasn't happened. We haven't been put back in our own land. These things haven't come to pass yet. But they will after the destruction. Let me go back to Jeremiah 30. This is Jeremiah 30 verse 8. It says, "For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him." Why? Because we're still in captivity. We are still in slavery to the so-called white man, to Esau. Okay. Now we're not in chattel slavery. Okay, as we was, 150, 200 years ago, going further back. But we're in debt slavery, and we're still slaves to this day. All right, as it is written. But the Lord is going to come and what? He's going to burst. He's going to take that yoke, okay, off our neck. He's going to, we're no longer going to be, okay, at the whim of these Edomite devils. We're no longer going to be, these contracts and stuff that they, have us from our birth. They ain't going to mean nothing. It's because why? Because we're going to be given power. We're going to be looked after. We're going to be taken care of and delivered by Yahweh Shai. It says, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. So what? We're not going to be in servitude anymore. Why? Because we're going to be the ones that are going to be in power, man. All right. Let me see if I can get a quick precept. Bear with me. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. It says, and he that overcometh, and the elect are going to overcome. All right, none shall pluck none shall pluck them out of my hand. The Lord's elect, okay. The Lord ain't gonna, okay. The elect are gonna make it. That's why, if you're of the elect, you're good. And we hope, until we're on the chariot, we're gonna find out on if we make it on the chariot, man. Okay, but until then, we have hope. We have faith. The scriptures say, "Show diligence to make thy calling and election sure." Okay. That's why we're diligently doing these lessons. We're diligently showing our faith by the works. All right, our faith in Yahweh Shemiel Shai. Now it says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So the nations aren't going to serve themselves of us. We're going to have power over them. Okay, they're going to be serving us. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received on my father. Why? Because when we have our power, we're going to put all these nations under check. Okay, starting with Esau, he's going to really get it, man. Okay, all these nations are going to get it, all these heathen nations, because at one point they all had us in captivity, and they're all, okay, basically prospering, okay, and looking down on Jacob and prospering off, their current situation in Esau's kingdom, whereas Jacob on the bottom. Okay, and all the different captivities we've been through under these heathen. Hey, they're going to pay for all that, man. This is the time of, the time of destruction that's coming, the time of, payback, in a sense, the vengeance. But first, the vengeance belongs unto our Lord. Vengeance is mine, the Lord said, man. He's going to repay. Now let's go back to Jeremiah. Verse 9. It says, but they shall serve the Lord their power, Yahweh Shemiel Shai, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Okay. So since that time, okay, that King David went to sleep. Okay, he went to sleep with his fathers. He passed. All right. So what's this talking about? When did David be raised up as our king? Okay. Now in this time, all right, we've as pursuant to Hosea 3. Let's quickly get that. We believe King Mashah through the Spirit is King David. All right. It says Hosea 3 and 5. It says, afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their power. That's what we're doing. And David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. So we're in the latter days. Okay, let's go back to Jeremiah. All right. And ultimately, King David, okay, is going to be raised up. Okay, he's going to be raised up in that day. All right. With Yahweh Shai. Okay. And it's going to be what? The physical king upon earth, man. The king over Israel. It says, therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, wherever we're scattered. And Jacob, your main place being America, Babylon. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Now this right now is not our rest. So these things are yet to come to pass. Jacob's trouble has not. First, hey, let's get a precept. Okay? Because Jacob's trouble that's the destruction and the salvation of the elect. That's the transition. That's the point of entry into the kingdom of heaven. This is Acts chapter 14, verse 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shemiel Shai. So it's going to be a time of great tribulation, man. All right. Now I've got a precept I was thinking upon in 2 Ezra 15, verse 10. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Now the modern day Egypt, okay, is what? Is America. Okay, you had the ancient Egypt where, okay, we were under captivity under the Egyptians. Okay, Martazayim in the Hebrew. Okay, Mizraim. We were under captivity to them. But who's the modern day Pharaoh? Who's the modern day Egyptians? That's the so-called white man, the Edomites. Okay, they're in rulership right now, man. All right, that's why, hey, when you look at America, what does it have on the back of the dollar bill? A pyramid. Okay? And you got all the tribes over there in America, okay, who's, served slavery, got killed by the sword, okay? And as it is written, that's the patience of the saints. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with a sword shall be killed with a sword. Right? So the Lord's not going to suffer us. He's going to put us into what? Into our rest, into the kingdom. All right? It says, but starting with the elect. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Now, the land of Egypt, you can go there today. That the whole land ain't destroyed. Okay? And they said, what? Smite Egypt with plagues as before. Now, the ancient Egypt had its plagues. Okay, and it's timely because we're coming into the Passat. You had the Passover. Okay, you had the firstborn, all of that. All right. But this coming destruction and this salvation is gonna eclipse even that. It's gonna be even greater than that. A time like never before. Okay. And we're gonna get that in Jeremiah 16. But this is how we know this is talking about America, man. In fact, let me get a quick precept. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies, talking about the Israelites. Okay, we're in that dead state. All right. When we're in slavery. Shall lie, and this word is quickening us, bring us back onto Yahweh Shemiel Shai through the Spirit. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which quickening means to make alive. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Now, it's spiritual. America is spiritually known as what? Sodom and Egypt, man. Okay, you got the main epicenter of the LGBTQ. All right. All manner of wickedness, all manner of foulness and abominations stem from that place. Okay. And then, as we serve slavery in Egypt, all 12 tribes are over there in America, man. Okay. Under the so-called white man in slavery. Now, what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Okay. Fire was raining down upon it, man. All right. Now, the plagues that we read in 2 Ezra 15, the ultimate plague is going to be what? Their missiles, okay, that are going to be shot, okay, from the ends of the earth over to what? To America, okay? From both its allies, pursuant to Revelation 17 and 16, and Russia and its allies, man. Now, and I'll show you what that plague, the ultimate plague is. In Revelation 14 and 12, it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And that's talking about the ICBM missiles, man. Nuclear fire. All right? Where you stand, instantly you're done. You're just melting away. And I was watching videos of the destructive power of the Tsar bomber that the Russians tried before, tested. And they, according to the article I was reading, according to the information, they were saying that they didn't even use it at the full original capacity of strength it had. Okay, they actually bring it down to a half, a 50, whatever the measurement was, I believe, megaton. I can't remember the measurement, but they bring it down to half. And you look at a lot of the destructive power of these ICBMs today in the warheads. The scriptures talk about 200 million, man. Okay, so those warheads are gonna destroy the land of America. A lot of different places are gonna get hit, but the main place that's gonna be hit is the land of America. Okay, at the culmination of this World War III. All right, scriptures say, "Spare no arrows, man." Every single one of them is gonna hit, because the Lord's gonna guide them missiles to hit the land of America, and it's gonna be a destructive force that the world ain't seen before, man. Okay, yes, Sodom and Gomorrah, and you had the other cities. Was it like 5 cities, I believe? Okay. When the Lord's coming with fire, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. That's Isaiah 66, man. This destruction is going to be a great destruction. Okay. It's also going to be a great salvation. All right. Because why? We're going to be beaming up into them chariots. All right. It's going to be a sight to behold, man. All right. Oh, the Lord's going to be coming in that huge chariot. And we're going to be taken up into the cloud, pursuant to Revelation 11. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt." Okay, where we're serving our captivity, where the Lord is yet to to remove our bonds, our yoke from off our necks. All right. So there's no more, so what's coming is gonna eclipse even that. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, talking about America, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. That's a scattering. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. So have we been brought back? Is the true children of Israel being brought back into their land? No. All right. Because when we are, there's going to be war no more. But before that, we have to go through the tribulation. And we haven't gone through that yet. Okay. We haven't gone through that yet, man. So, hey, this is just a quick one, and Lord willing, it was edifying in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai Bar Shem Chakadash. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom to the elect.